Cleopatra VII, a name that echoes through history, often remembered only for her beauty and seduction. Yet those who understand power know she was much more. A strategist, a master of diplomacy, and a ruler who held her empire together with intelligence and calculated alliances. But what if she lived today? In a world ruled by digital influence, global politics, and economic empires, could she still rise to power? The answer is clear. Cleopatra would not need a throne to rule. She would find other ways to shape the world. Cleopatra's rise as a modern power figure. If Cleopatra were alive today, she would not be a passive figure trapped in the pages of history. Her natural talent for negotiation, manipulation, and leadership would make her a dominant force. She would not settle for mere celebrity or royalty without a crown. Instead, she would position herself as a key player in geopolitics or corporate leadership. Imagine her as the CEO of a multinational corporation, just as she once balanced power between Rome and Egypt. She would now navigate trade wars and corporate takeovers with the same mastery. Would she be the Elon Musk of diplomacy, merging political influence with technological advancement? Or would she establish a modern Library of Alexandria, funding research and innovation, making knowledge a tool of power once again? With her intelligence and adaptability, she would thrive in any high-stakes environment. How would she adapt to the digital age? In an era dominated by media, Cleopatra would not rely solely on statecraft. She would understand the power of digital diplomacy, wielding social media as a political tool. If Julius Caesar and Mark Antony fell under her spell, how could today's billionaires, world leaders, and influencers resist? Would she build her own digital empire, leveraging AI, data analytics, and strategic PR to sway public opinion? Picture her on the global political stage, engaging in power struggles with world leaders, orchestrating strategies from behind the scenes. Unlike traditional politicians, she would not play by the rules, she would rewrite them. A queen without a kingdom, yet still ruling over minds and markets. Cleopatra versus modern leaders. A battle for influence. But power does not exist in a vacuum. If Cleopatra were to rise, she would face competition. Who would be her rivals? Perhaps a populist political leader, an innovative tech mogul, or a media tycoon controlling the narrative. More importantly, how would she navigate today's gender dynamics? Would she be embraced as a feminist icon, or scrutinized under the lens of modern political correctness? Looking at her past, one thing is certain: she would never allow herself to be outmaneuvered, whether through charm, intellect, or cold calculation. Cleopatra always ensured that she controlled the game rather than being a pawn in it. Conclusion: power beyond time. Cleopatra was never just a queen. She was a force of nature. If she lived today, she would prove that power is not bound to a throne or an era. Whether in politics, business, or global influence, she would carve out her own empire, one not built on pyramids, but on information, wealth, and strategy. History may have recorded her as the last ruler of Egypt, but in truth, Cleopatra was never confined by the sands of time. In any era, she would find a way to rule. The only question that remains is, who, in today's world, could possibly stop her?
Cleopatra's message to the modern world.
Empires have fallen, kings and queens have been forgotten, but power has always taken a new form. In my time, the throne, gold, and armies were the greatest weapons. Today, information, perception, and economy are the most powerful tools. Power belongs to those who know how to wield it. It is not given, it is taken. In today's world, those who control public attention take the throne. Real power lies in how you direct media and knowledge. In ancient Egypt, I ruled through diplomacy. If I lived today, my influence would be felt in the digital world, financial centers, and international affairs. And what about you? How do you define your own power in today's world? Because if history has taught me one thing, it is this: power belongs only to those who dare to take it.